Have you guys been watching the Artemis launch anyway?
I'm confused by it. I've seen the highlights. I don't understand
You
it
don't understand it?
because I'm a skeptic anyway of the moon landing, and now I'm like, oh, so now, okay, maybe, yeah, that's confusing.
Sorry, what?
I'm a skeptic when it comes to the moon landing because I've watched those little videos back, and it just looks like some cheapy CGI. The one where the moon whatever it is, their little ship takes off from the moon is hilarious.
I think I know the one you mean.
I look at that and think, is this real? Like,
It's low gravity. Of course, it's going to look weird.
yeah, but you know the Apollo 17 liftoff video? Have you seen it? Yeah,
Let me go and get it up.
Apollo 17 liftoff on the moon. That video. Do you watch that? It's a 36-second video. It's on the Smithsonian website.
I'm watching it now.
I'm watching it now.
That one video made me think, oh, that didn't really happen.
The fact that it just kind of goes directly up.
Look at the little sparks. Nah, come on. But that's that thing. Who's panning the camera up as well?
Well, that's also because it's tinfoil. Okay, the pan of the camera, I don't know.
They leave someone there. Did they leave a cameraman there? Because he does a zoom out. They didn't have no PTZ cameras out there then back then. So
I wonder what the official explanation is of that, though.
But this is on this. You're looking at it from the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum. So this is official video. There's no explanation. It's just this is real.
Well, the movement is definitely a motor of some sort going up and down because it kind of has this jolty movement to it. But I don't believe that someone's just sat on the ship controlling that anyway.
You can always tell if it's like a controversial topic when they put like a Wikipedia article underneath the YouTube video.
Yeah, no, I just saw that myself.
Yeah, so that it's not even anything apart from that. When I saw that, I thought, And this is before the internet when we saw this in school. I was like, I don't know. That looks kind of like there's a show called Button Moon that I used to watch as a kid, and it looks just like that. Those sparks, they're hilarious.
I didn't think it would take 31 episodes to out you as a moon conspiracy theory person.
Oh yeah, there it is. So I'm very I'm happy to see that they're slingshotting around the moon, and I'd like to see what they come up with and when they finally land on the moon again. I'd like to see if it looks any different now. We've got better kind of processors and CGI and stuff.
There's been a bunch of interesting effects on lenses. They were taking a photo, and there's this effect that can happen if you shoot it from a certain angle that it colors the whole moon in this weird chromatic aberration, which is fascinating.
That happens with like other planets as well. It makes them look a lot more interesting than they actually are.
Yeah, agreed. Definitely more interesting. This week that this is coming out is a very special week because it is the official Wonky launch. Hopefully nothing's gone a bit wonky, but we are now launching all of the new shows, all the new brands. And I just want to give you two an option to ask any questions.
About the Wonky brand?
About anything to do with Wonky.
Are we getting t-shirts?
I wish, but no. So I went on Cotton Brew and I have submitted a singular t-shirt, which is the Apple 50th celebration design that I came up with, which is, I think it just says thinking different with the Wonky logo in the middle. See if I can get that done because I might buy that for myself.
So the answer is no, you're getting a t-shirt.
Yeah, I'm going to get a t-shirt.
Okay.
How much trial and error did you have to go through to get like all this coordinated?
Oh, so we started doing the whole Wonky rebrand, me and Caden, summer last year, and we've been planning to try and get this all launched and properly done. Because none of us are pros at doing this at all, it's taken several attempts of trying to come up with a week that we even launch everything on. And even now we're still kind of rushing to get everything done. I still don't think we know everything that we've got to do. My whole plan initially was that we were going to launch the brand once I'd done the brand guidelines, but I just realized I don't have enough time or enough knowledge to really design a proper brand guideline. So I think we should just launch, which is what we're doing.
Cool.
We got a few new shows coming out. One called Viewfinder, which is a photography walk and talk show where there's no stuck to host. We'll just have two people walk around a city or town or something with cameras, chatting about things and taking photos.
Nice.
No real script to that one. And we've got a new show with Transient. This would be the first time I've even mentioned it, where we will be doing they're kind of going through their vinyl collection and discussing stuff. That one's called Offbeat. I think we've got one other new show. I really should know this for how much I've been designing all of the stuff.
Yeah, you really should.
And with the transient show, is that all of the DJs are like one each week or something?
Because that one's a Wonky publishing, I don't have a lot to do with the actual content of it, more of the filming and production side of things. So as far as I know, it's just going to be a bunch of people, a bunch of transient DJs sat down discussing their vinyl collection. I don't know if it's going to be different DJs each time, if it's going to be the same DJs, or if it's going to be friends of transient. Oh, I've just remembered that other show. It's called Overthink, which is my show, where I will be running a interview-based podcast. We haven't got one of those coming out this week, sadly, because I need a little bit more time with it, but we've got a trailer coming out for it. And if you have any suggestions, send it over to our new email, which is overthink@wonkypod.com, to suggest some guests that are creative designers, game developers, anything. And I would love to interview them.
You definitely nailed the title there. For you, doing a podcast, Overthink is perfect.
Okay, it's funny that you mentioned that. How many versions of the logo do you think I did for Overthink? I'll just put it out there that Wonky took 76 logo designs, right? How many did Overthink do?
50.
Jonas, what's your guess?
Well, it's called Overthinking, so it's got to be more. So I'll go with 65.
108 iterations.
God.
Wow.
Because I was never happy with it. Each time I thought I'd finish with it, I didn't like the design, so I'd go again and again and again. And it's such a simple logo. I'll show you it right now.
Well, how much has it changed since like the first one?
Quite a bit. It's still just the text Overthink, but it has changed how it's structured, the font I've used, where it is all centered. Even the color has changed bi-weekly at this point. But we're stuck on pink now. It's pink.
You need to do a little animation of like just all of those 108 versions. That'd be quite cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I will say with this new version, or actually I should probably just mention, why did I even rename it? Why bother renaming the whole thing? I think I've mentioned this in the past episode of Wonky, but the entire time that you've known me, Jonas, actually,
Yeah.
and Eli, I have hated the name Press Red because I'd already had about 3 to 4 years using that name. I absolutely hated it because it meant I couldn't change the color of any of the branding. I prefer a kind of one word name now. I'd rather just be the Wonky. So
yeah,
you can always add a word to it.
Yeah, Press Red was just annoying me, and it was such a difficult thing for people to search online. Not to say that Wonky's got easier, but I've definitely learnt my lesson. So that's why the name changed, and the logo itself for Press Red was actually called Orbi. It was a logo I reused from when I was doing a website a lot earlier, and none of it really fit together. So to be able to sit down and reset the whole brand and actually design a whole new system is something I wanted to do for a while. And another thing is when I started Press Red, red was my favorite color. When I'd finished Press Red, it was no longer my favorite color.
Oh dear.
So that's why we got this shift to yellow, because I wanted this more playful view. Not my favorite color, but that was another thing I learned.
Nice.
The new logo looks a lot more like pleasing when you're like actually using it. Because like if you see like the old logo in like the corner of a YouTube video, it looks a bit out of place, but the new one looks a lot better.
I got 2 more things to announce on the Wonky side of things. One thing, like I said, we have an email, but we also now have a website domain. If you head over to wonkypod.com, that will take you to the Patreon page. And we are launching at the same time, at the beginning of this week. I would announce all the dates of stuff coming out, but also I don't know any of it. And this would be the last thing coming out right at the end of the week. So it'd be pointless to announce it all. But we have another show for that called Catalog. Catalog will have the announcements of when stuff's coming out. It has a video and newsfeed version of it. The first edition has been written by me. I don't know if that's always going to be a thing, but there you go. That's all of the Wonky news, I believe. If you've got any more questions, send them my way.
I've got a question.
Mm-hmm.
So now this is like official. How much are we going to get paid?
He's looking around.
Let's put it in this perspective. I've lost way more money on Wonky than anyone else here so far.
Yeah, but I need a new roof though.
No. You know, I don't get paid for doing this. No one else gets paid for doing this. I hope that one day that it can fund everyone's hobbies and all that, but we're at the beginning. There's no way that I can fund anything at the moment. Otherwise, I would be doing this 24/7, which I'm trying, but I can't.
Do you feel like a dad just said no to pocket money to his kids now?
A little bit, yeah.
Is there anything you've forgotten?
Okay, I guess. Oh, probably tons of things, tons and tons of things. If there is any more that you want to find out, again, it will be on the catalog when that launches.
And the Patreon is free.
And yes, and the Patreon is free. For people who are terrified of Patreon, it is very much free. I've had quite a few comments since launching the Patreon, which explains why not very many people have signed up for it, that they don't like the idea of jumping onto Patreon purely for the fact they think everything's paid for on it, when it's not. You can host free stuff on there, and that is what we are doing. We have maybe the intention of doing paid for stuff in the future, but currently, as I said, because we don't earn any money and this is all free, it's all free for everyone, and we'll always have free versions of the podcast anyway. We initially had planned to do this episode way earlier in the month, and then we delayed it a little bit and then merged 2 episodes together, the Wonky launch episode and the 50th celebration of Apple. We are both Apple fans, me and Eli. Jonas is an Apple person.
I'm in a grey area at the moment. I quite like what they're doing now.
What do you mean?
Well, they're like the phone you talked about a few months ago. I really like how it looks. And, you know, releasing a cheaper laptop, I think it's heading in the right direction.
I'll tell you what I do like about the new laptop, and this is probably not something that Apple wants anyone to realize, but because it's actually got replaceable components, that does mean you could customize the look of your Mac to have different colors from the different versions of the MacBook Neo. And how long till someone does that?
I'll just buy a skin for mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. But, I mean, you can't get a skin for your keyboard, I don't think. Can you?
I don't know.
And you just get those plastic things you put at the top.
I used to have one of those. I think I had a Premiere Pro one.
I think everyone's owned one of those at some point. Something that tells them the layout of Premiere Pro and all that.
Total waste of time.
Oh, yeah, I just jumped onto DaVinci. I want to first ask, Eli, what was your first Apple product?
My first Apple product was a 30 gig iPod. Was it 30? It might have been 15. It was an iPod. The iPod second version. So the original didn't have a click wheel. The next one was fat with a click wheel, and that's the one I got. So that was in 2001, I think.
I think for me, I don't know what you really count as it, because I did get a MacBook laptop, but that did not last me very long at all. I think I dropped it very quickly because I was very young. But then I ended up getting an iMac G5, which I used for years.
The white one, right, with the remote control.
Yeah, I had that.
Yeah, I love that.
My parents ended up turning it into a chalkboard for my brother, which I've not felt good about the entire time. But I ended up using it to draw in tux paints, play Flash games. It's where I started DJing and where I discovered YouTube and making content. So that was kind of the beginning of my whole Apple obsession and all that. Of course, I've been around Apple my entire life. Being named Mac kind of highlights that a little bit.
Yeah, especially as it's not just Mac, it's named Mac after the computer.
Yeah. What was your first Apple computer, Jonas? Oh, Apple device, sorry.
My first Apple device was also an iPod, like one of those little ones. I can't remember what they're called.
No.
Yeah, it's neat. I don't know where it is.
Have you still got it?
Yeah, somewhere. I really I like it.
Jealous. So jealous. I had one of those and my dad lost it.
The best thing about the iPods used to be the games. The games were great.
Oh, yeah, they were. I do remember that.
There was a music quiz game, and that's why I loved my iPod, because when you're on, I used to play basketball at the time when I got it. So when we were going to a game on the coach, we'd all play the music game. You'd pass it around, and it basically quizzes you on the songs that are in your catalogue. So obviously I knew all the answers because it's my music. It made me feel smarter than I am. So thank you, Apple.
Surely that's cheating.
Hey, you know the rules when you join the game.
My first iPod, I guess, would have been the iPod Nano as well. The one without the touchscreen. Just this circle where you'd plug it in to hear everything. And then from there, I went on to the iPod Touch, which I've still got right over there, actually. Right next to me.
Oh, my gosh. I just got a bit of nostalgia just looking at the iPod that I had, the second gen. It was the third gen. So nice. It had 4 buttons at the top that glowed orange. Oh, that feeling. That made me feel. And the blue backlight. That was such an amazing device. I don't even think I knew it was made by Apple. Or I don't think I paid attention that it was Apple. It was just an iPod, as a music player. It was less about the brand then. But that, if you look up iPod Classic 3rd Gen, amazing.
Okay, so on this kind of figuring out what our first products is, Verge also did an interactive poll on their website where they got people to rank 50 of the best products. We're not going to do 50. That's too many for a podcast episode. But I have got a list of 30 of them, and I want you to, and me, I'll butt in, to rank them.
Okay.
The first one, I randomized the list. Are we ready?
Is this just Apple?
Just Apple. Best Apple products. So yeah, it's just a tier list. So I'm going to give you the first one, which is iTunes. Where do you think that should be from 1 to 30?
For the time, it was amazing. Not so much nowadays, but it used to be great.
Up until last year, I was still using iTunes.
Where are you putting it, Jonas? What number?
I don't know. I'd put it. I'd say it's quite high out of all of their stuff, but it's not as big as like an iPhone or an iMac. So maybe like 15, somewhere around there.
Okay. For me, it's number 3.
Number 3.
iTunes was so important to Apple. It was I remember when iTunes was the selling thing, the thing that let you put the music from your CDs or from buying onto an iPod. There'd be no iPod without iTunes. There'd be no iPhone without iPhone. It's got to be number 3.
That being said, though, the moment that we got a better software that allowed us to access more music, we dropped iTunes almost immediately.
But that didn't happen very quickly.
I think people are more enjoyed having the iPhone or the iPod than dealing with iTunes.
Yeah, that's definitely my experience of it.
I think my experience comes from 2000, whenever it came out, 2000 or 2001. And then no one had an iPhone till, in this country, till 2008. It had a long time on top.
So we're at a stalemate of we don't know really where to go. Because I would put it at maybe a 9. I think it was a very important thing, but not the best thing that they ever made. Because in my mind, I've never got this with these tier lists where you go, you wouldn't have this without that. For me, it's a raw view of just which is the best product.
Well, it was a good product, so yeah, it'd put it higher based off just that.
I still like iTunes to this day and wish that they had some of the original features. The new Apple Music update is not something I enjoy because they moved the bar. I love that bar. It should still be at the top. And they've kind of diverted away from owning music. They've made it way more difficult. Being someone who would upload all of my vinyls or music I paid for to iTunes, the fact that it's now just removed the moment I stop, well, not removed, but more difficult to get to the moment I stop paying my subscription is a thing that annoys me.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to change their number? Or do we just keep it to the side and think about it later?
Oh, do we have to agree?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm willing to let this slide to 9 or 10.
9.
I think 9's good.
Okay, 9. The iPhone XS. This was their celebration of reaching 10 years, which meant they skipped the 9. And they added a bunch of new features onto it. It was supposed to kind of be the definitive iPhone.
No, the XS, that was the X. The XS was like the one that came out the next year. That was like the cheaper one.
Okay, that.
Yeah, that's why I was confused. Because I remember the iPhone
Which
X.
one are we going with? X or XS?
XS. It was on their list, so I put it on there.
29.
29.
I think it's quite... Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think it's quite ugly.
I agree. It is the time where I left Apple because I didn't like any of their products. I actually kind of agree with 29.
Yeah, that's not an important one.
The Power Mac G3. Again, probably something that Jonas needs to Google.
That was the curvy one, right? Let me just look it up.
I think I might know what this one is.
The laptop. Oh, yeah, the G3, yeah.
I can't rate this fairly.
We had one in our loft for a very long time, and we ended up getting rid of it. It is a really good looking machine for its time, which is kind of your, I'm guessing, early 2000s, late 90s kind of style.
This was late 90s. I'll tell you why, because I went to work experience and had to open all of these up in a place called G-Tech in Ipswich. And that was the first time I touched a Mac. And I just thought, wow, it looks like bubblegum. I'll never forget that. But yeah, so it's late 90s.
My friend used to work at G-Tech.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Is it still there?
It's still there, apparently.
I loved it. I'd done my work placement there and they said, this is what you're working on. They just had loads of Apple Macs. And that's the first time I ever seen one. They said, you just need to open the sides on every single one. And that's all I'd done all day for 2 weeks. They came through. I opened the sides. I don't know what happened to them next, but it was great.
My dad worked for a company very much like that, and I used to just go around and break a bunch of computers that were Macs. It was great. I enjoyed doing that. And I think the Power Mac G3 is definitely a computer of its time, and it brought that expandability. Well, it kept that expandability that people wanted. It was a good design, but I don't know if it really holds up now.
Oh,
I like it still.
but design was a big thing. Just looking at that, I had a PC at the time. I forget what it was. MS used to have to log in like MS DOS, and it was a beige box, literally a beige box with a beige printer, and this was just night and day.
Yeah, if you think about it that way, it's so different to everything at the time. Even nowadays, it's so different to everything.
Okay, I'd give it 11.
Yeah,
Happy with that?
Okay, the original iPad, which I believe we still have in this house somewhere.
really, does it still work?
No.
Wow, what a product! Very, very important, but also very impressive at the time. Worked really well. We can look back now and say, "Oh, it didn't have a camera," but no. When it came out, that was a special device. It was so responsive. Colors were great.
For me, I think it was the first product that I ever got really excited about, because I remember seeing it in the news a lot, being discussed a lot. I think I was too young to see the announcement of it, but I definitely remember it coming to the UK when I started seeing people using it. I definitely think it's better than iTunes.
I'd go quite high, because I was so jealous of everyone who had one of these when I was young. And obviously, everything it means to Apple now, that was a success. I'd go top 5, maybe.
That's 2010, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, yeah. So 16 years old, and we've still basically got the same product now. I mean, that's a sign of a good product.
I think it took a long time for it to be a good product, though. The initial iPad, they couldn't really do that much. It was mostly a game product. You couldn't even run some social medias on it. So at the beginning, I think I remember being quite disappointed. And then I would jump back in and use the iPad at the iPad Air level when the first one came out. And I ended up not really using it that much. So the iPad's never put a imprint really on me. And it was never the way I went. The Mac did much more of an impact. But I cannot deny that it was definitely an important product at the time that it came out.
Yeah.
7 or 8?
Yeah, let's go 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's the product that a lot of people who now use Apple got an iPad before they got an iPhone. Because in 2010, iPhones were still really expensive on contract. They were locked to 2-year contracts. And at the time, people still had 12-month contracts. And I remember that being a big thing. That was the one that everyone said, "Oh yeah, I got an iPad," and it was $399 or $499. Anyone could get it. Everyone loved it. And just a point on social media, no one had social media on their mobiles in 2010. No one, none. No one had like Instagram and Facebook on their phones. People were going on the websites.
Pretty sure that Twitter was on the iPad.
Twitter, maybe, yeah.
It might have been by 2013 or something, but in 2010, people weren't on social media like that on their phones. We got the App Store in like 2010, I think.
There was someone who ported it to it that made their own Twitter app.
People didn't generally, trust me, they just didn't use it, even if it was there.
Okay, so on the kind of subject of the iPad and how it was different to the iPhone, the original iPhone.
Number 1?
I mean, yeah,
It's the most important product ever, surely.
absolutely. But is it the best? I think the question is, right?
Not for me. I definitely disagree. Somewhere there's a Mac in there that I would put as the best Mac.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't put a Mac above the iPhone. I can't think of what Mac has more impact and was better and more fascinating and revolutionary than the iPhone.
Yeah, if you take into account revolutionary especially, it's so far ahead.
Okay, you win. I'll put it in first.
Yay!
I would have put it in second, but I wouldn't have put it in first.
But here's my problem with this list. If you then put on an iPhone 3G on the list or an iPhone 17, they're obviously above the iPhone 1, right? So there's only one iPhone in the list. Is that right? No, because we've already had an XS.
Yeah, there are multiple iPhones.
And the XS is better than the 1, so it's problematic for me.
Okay, all right, fine. I agree with this. We can move the 1.
I'm going to stay steadfast. I'll keep it at 1.
Because I there's definitely an iPhone that I prefer way more than the 1, the original.
Well, again, in the UK, no one really had the 1. I had the 1. I got it imported from America. But we watch all these American videos, but I remember iPhone 1 came out in America And then I think it was in November of 2007 we had access to it, and then by the January the 3G was out, so everyone just got the 3G. No one really had the one in England.
Yeah, I think in this house we got the 3GS. I don't think we had the one. I don't even know if the 3GS is on the list. Let me double check.
The 4S was special.
Yeah.
The 4, sorry, not the 4S. The 4 was special.
Yeah, it was a special phone.
We could just make the whole list out of iPhones.
Yeah, you really could.
That's not the 50 years though, is it?
No.
What about if we put the original in second place?
Okay.
And maybe we can change it later.
All right.
So here's one that I don't think, Jonas, you're going to know at all. Ready?
I'll get my Google ready, yeah.
Original cinema display, which I have used for a few years.
I know this because you've shown me it.
Oh, okay. When I started doing YouTube, it was my display.
Oh, that one. Right. Yes.
So I still have this. It's in the loft.
Never had it.
And I edited my first 10 YouTube videos on that.
Wow.
And I started Press Red on that monitor because I a few years later, I'd end up making myself a little recording boost section for doing podcasting. And that was the monitor I had spare. So I put it there with the Mac Mini I gave you, Jonas.
Awesome.
And that was just for podcasting. And it was a terrible setup. I didn't have enough room to actually do anything. It was kind of my mixed between podcasting and DJing. It kind of has an important place, but also I don't think it was that amazing of a display. It might have been for the time, but at the time that I was using it, it definitely wasn't.
As I'm looking it up, it's apparently the first of its kind.
Oh, yeah, because it was early LCD technology. That's why.
Right, okay.
So it's got to have some credit there.
I completely missed it, so it didn't have that much of an impact for me. So I'm happy wherever you want to put it.
I'd put it below 20.
18?
Purely because I don't like how it looks.
Yeah.
Next thing, probably actually quite important, and a reason why I swapped back to Android. To iPhone. Wrong thing. Swapped from Android to iPhone. Apple Pay.
Oh, okay. We've got services too. Okay. Oh, Jesus.
I don't even use Google Pay, so I really can't speak
But
on it.
you've only got Google Pay because of Apple Pay.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
I remember it coming out in the US in 2016, and all of these Americans talking about how weird it is and how great, and showing off the fact that they could pay for it. And then my dad got an Apple Watch that had its support, and he has loved it, the fact that he could pay for stuff with his watch, up until I broke it with my foot.
I'm sure Apple Pay came out like 2014. Google it, because I feel like I had it. And I remember when I had it, and shopkeepers used to look at me really weird, like, what are you doing? And now it's just everybody has it, and you don't even think twice, do you?
You are really good at this timeline. Yeah, October 20th, 2014.
Wow.
I was an adult, right? So it's harder for you guys to remember. You were probably a bit younger, but I can remember the things I was doing when it came out. And the reason I remember that is because a student had Apple Pay and I had Apple Pay, and we were the only people I know. And I still know the guy now, so I know it was around that time.
Yeah, I would never have guessed it was that early.
It's got to be high. It's got to be. I mean, talking of revolutions in payments, whether you like the elimination of cash or not, Apple's definitely pushed that kind of mandate forward, hasn't it?
Loads of people use it, so yeah.
I think it's got to be lower than the iPad.
But like, as an interesting invention, I wouldn't put it that high.
Yeah.
We could do 8 or 10.
I'd go 10.
10. 10. If it's cracking the top 10, we'll give it 10.
Okay, it's on 10. The next one, the Bondi Blue iMac.
I don't. I've got to look it up. I don't even know what it is.
Really? It is the see-through
It's
iMac.
the classic, like, Future one, isn't it? Yeah, that one.
Oh, the eMac. Okay, cool. Yeah. I call it an eMac because I first saw them at university, and the education version was called the eMac. What a device. There's little speakers. I loved it.
I love the way it looks.
It's such a good design. The speakers are still good to this day. I've seen people use them.
Yeah.
It's just a good design. It's really nice.
Yeah, I'd go top 10 because it's just an iconic design. I know nothing about the computer, but yeah, I know all about the design. It looks amazing.
It was designed to be the first connective device for the internet. It was supposed to be a way to allow a load of people to have the internet. It had its own expansion card just for its Wi-Fi card, which was a proprietary new thing that never existed before then, specifically their network system, I should say. there were other cards before that.
Yeah, put it high. It's got to be high. The I/O was really good as well. It was the first tool that musicians were the first tool that people who used Logic and Cubase were recommending to each other, because up until that point you had to have a tower with a sound card of a certain level, and that just had everything built in that would work, and had Firewire too.
We had so many Apple products in our old house that we had one of these that was broken and we turned it into a cat bed because the design was still good and we wanted to keep it around. So it has to be up there quite high. In fact, I might even suggest 5.
I'd be perfectly happy with that.
Yeah. Yeah, what a computer. I wish Apple would do, well, it's the 50-year anniversary, but every month release a limited edition, 1,000 run of every machine.
Yeah.
But with the new processor and stuff in it, it'd be amazing.
Bring back the iPod.
Yeah, do an M5 version of that. I'd love it. I'd buy it straight away.
An M5 iPod?
No, the computer.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah. I was going to say that'd be a very powerful iPod. QuickTime.
QuickTime's good.
I hate it.
I do not like QuickTime as much as I used to like the original DVD player on the iMac that I used to use all the time to watch SpongeBob, Transformers, or Thundercats. So they were important to me.
I can say, purely because I'm more used to, not so much anymore, but I was used to be so used to using Windows products, and their versions of this are so much worse.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Compared to that,
Yeah.
it's so superior to, what was it, Windows Movie Player
Windows
or something.
Movie Player, yeah.
Yeah.
You do forget how sport you are with Mac OS and Preview and QuickTime just working until you get onto a PC and it opens Paint or something and you think, what's this?
I am going to say something incredibly controversial. According to the internet, I love the QuickTime logo a lot. I don't know what it means, but I love the logo, especially the original one.
Broken Q or something, is it?
I don't actually entirely know why it is that Q. I know that there's a documentary behind it, but...
It's a clock, right? It used to be a clock. I'm just looking... Yeah, there you go. No, it was a clock because it was like QuickTime. It would process all your videos really quickly or, play them immediately. QuickTime.
Yeah, no, I could have just Googled that. Okay, this tier thing is just highlighting how much of an idiot I am for Apple.
It's not great in comparison to everything else.
Yeah, and to this day, I find it irritating that I have to open up QuickTime, close immediately the file, the Finder thing it brings up to then start a recording. So, 21?
I'd go below 25.
Somewhere.
What do you say, Jonas?
I said I'd go below 25 even. Purely because, it's just because every other system is so much worse that I thought I should mention that it at least works.
Well, let's say 24.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. It does feel like a product that Apple is ready to bury to me.
Yeah.
And just keep the engine in the background rather than having a QuickTime player.
Here is the most recent one that is going to be on the list, I think. The M1 chip.
Top 5, I'd say.
I think it simultaneously just restarted everyone's interest back in Apple. There'd been the whole keyboard scandal, the Intel overheating. No one really trusted Apple that much to be able to publish these really good Mac machines. And then the M1 chip came out, and I remember watching that and going, I've got to go back to Apple. I have to swap back to Apple almost immediately. And then a year later, when they released the M2, I joined.
Yeah, I've got an M1 chip laptop, and it works brilliantly for what it is.
Still to this day.
Jonas, you use a Mac?
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Okay, if it got Jonas, and that's the point, right? It got a lot of the naysayers on board because they had the price point and it worked.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
And that was impossible on Intel, so yeah.
It was so good, it has confused Apple now. They're trying to fight themselves to get people off the M1 chip.
Yeah, because the M1 chip works so well, I keep releasing new ones, hoping that people will go jump to them. But they're not hugely different, are they?
No. I mean, they have some changes, but yeah, the M1's still an incredibly powerful chip for the majority of the people using it. I would say it's got to be 4 or 6.
Yeah, I'd go 4. Because it's in everything now. So
you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because I think with looking into the future, I can imagine in 20 years we're looking back at 2020 and saying that was the moment that Apple went to the next level, or market share grew by X amount. So yeah.
The original Wedge MacBook Air.
Oh, the manila envelope one.
The envelope one, the one that had a lot of problems.
With the little door.
Yeah.
I had the next gen of it. It was great, but that one didn't really have a big impact to anyone I knew. It was just It was like a proof of concept. So I put it 10 to 20 maybe.
Amazing design, amazing way of even marketing it. It had this great marketing scheme, but the product itself, it wasn't that good.
I can't even speak on this, so you can decide.
Yeah, I never saw one in the flesh.
27.
27.
It's quite low, but I think it's deserved. The iMac G4, my first proper computer.
Oh, is that the one with the silver neck that could move around? That was cool.
Oh my
Is that the
God.
one? Let me just look it up.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Oh wow.
It's so weird compared to every computer now.
Yeah, but that mechanism, if you ever touched one, it was just so satisfying to move that neck around and turn that screen.
We've got two in the house, one that acts as a mirror and one that is just hiding. It's such a good design. A fun fact, it simultaneously stopped Welsh production of Apple machines because they used to produce some of them in the some of the main Macs inside of Wales to get them shipped around Europe. But it was such a complicated design that it ended up being called the Toaster Macs because they would overheat themselves because they wouldn't have the most efficient design.
Right.
It's such a cool concept. Even when Steve Jobs was talking about the fact that it should be a air cushion design with actual pistons actually moving it. Genius design. I don't think it's that good.
I mean, you didn't see it. It didn't have. I knew one company that had one that I worked for. That was the only time I saw it.
I kind of think the design should come back, but on maybe cheaper machines and have a much more lighter CPU in it, just so it could be in shops or banking place so they can move it around and it has a touchscreen.
This is like the kind of design I don't see Apple bringing back for a very long time, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so I'd say 24.
I'm fine with that. I don't know really much about it.
Something's got to be 30. It's hard without knowing what else is in the list, but something has to be number 30. We're going to get all the way to the bottom and it's going to be some amazing product and we'll have to put it in 30.
If it was Google, this would be so bottom heavy instead of top heavy.
I mean, once we're finished, we could go back through the list and see if we want to change anything.
Yeah.
I still think 24 is... it can't be worse. It might be worse than the XS.
It's up to you.
Let's say 28, which puts it below the Wedge MacBook Pro and above the iPhone XS.
Cool.
Dude, the next one is the original Macintosh.
Oh,
That was a big product for the time, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, really big.
yeah. Not the Lisa, that was the second one. What's the original Macintosh? I forgot what it looked like. Oh, the one that said hello on the front in 1984.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be up there. That's got to be top 5.
Yeah, it's got to be. If we put the first iPhone in there, then the first Macintosh has got to be in there as well.
3.
What's in the top 5?
So in the top 5, we have got the Bondi Blue Mac, the original iPhone.
Yeah, anywhere in the 5, I'm happy with that.
Oh, we've got the M1 chip as well. I forgot about that.
'Cause I don't see much going above the Macintosh in terms of like big things for Apple, and it's a pretty nice design as well.
So that leaves us with just putting it in 3.
I think that's a good spot.
Okay. The original AirPods.
15?
I don't care about them that much. So yeah, sure.
Me neither.
Have you got the Newton on this list?
The Newton is not on the list, sadly.
Okay, we can fill the top 5 then, because that would have been my number 4.
Final Cut Pro.
I've never really used it, but it is like a good software, isn't it?
I would say it is so far behind now and so terrible that I couldn't recommend it to a single person for how much it costs. And then they brought in that whole subscription thing, which makes it a little bit more valuable. But it was definitely useful when it first came out.
Yeah.
But just buy iMovie. I don't like iMovie. Or just use iMovie. I don't like iMovie. Or use DaVinci.
Yeah, but like at the time when it came out, it was surely like one of the only few competitors to Adobe. When DaVinci wasn't like
Adobe
around.
wasn't, so it wasn't, okay, so when Final Cut came out, it wasn't Adobe it was competing with, it was Avid, Media Composer.
Really?
Because that was the one, it still is the one that most of the big films are made on. And it was kind of proof that you could make something at home. And they had these kind of movie editors saying, I've edited on Final Cut. And it made you realize you can edit at home. And Final Cut 7 was kind of peak Final Cut and was market saturation. And only then, when they released Final Cut 10 or X, like 2014, did Adobe take over the Premiere Pro. So it was massive. It was massive. You can check my dates on that. I might be wrong, but I think it was 2014 when X came out, and then it got a bit mid.
Should we put it as 12?
Sure.
Yeah.
Slim unibody iMac. Kind of a good design. I don't know really how important that really was to most people.
Is this the newest one or is this the first one?
Before we got the current design, this was kind of it. It's kind of this weird, almost concave design at the back, and it's an okay design.
I've got like the thicker one, which I still use, even though it's like completely unsupported. It's just a decent machine. Yeah, I don't really like how it looks when it's the thinner one.
I'd say G5 was more important. I know it's unibody, but it looked just like the G5. They took away the remote control and it had a black back on it, I think, the original one. No, the unibody was like 2008, wasn't it? Yeah.
The G5 is in the list, so we haven't got there yet.
I don't think it's that important, to be honest.
No, me neither.
Should we say position 17?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Intel Mac Mini. I didn't like this machine.
Everyone wanted it for home media, I remember when it came out. And the fact that it was the cheapest way to get a dual layer DVD rewritable, I think.
I remember running front row on it a lot, and that was practically all we used it for. So I'm going to suggest position 19.
Okay, that's cool.
I don't know anything about it, so that's fine by me.
The iPhone 4, my first iPhone.
This is when it all like went
Crazy.
Yeah.
The iPhone 4 is one of my favorites, but it's not my favorite phone.
It was the first time there was a frenzy over Apple devices, like a real frenzy. That was the year that iPad 2 came out as well, I think. And everyone was doing Easter egg hunts for like where, because someone lost one in the wild. If you remember, that was the big story. A guy was at a bar and it dropped out of his pocket, or he left it at the bar.
I thought that was the 5.
That was the 4. And it was a real rock star phone. They had the kind of antenna around the edges and antenna gate and all that stuff, but it just made the phone more popular. It's got to be up in that top 15.
I'm just looking at the photo of it now. It's insane how much smaller it is than the phones we've got now.
Yeah, I liked how small it is. It's such a more comfortable device to use. I kind of feel like swapping the original iPad with the iPhone 4 to put the iPhone 4 in 7th position and maybe move the original iPad to 8th.
Yeah, I think this was probably more important than the iPad, I guess.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I concur.
The white iBook G4. I had one of those for a while up there. Probably the most famous iMac I know of. Oh, sorry, the iBook I know of.
The one that used to crack all the time.
Yeah, that one.
Cool little device. I had that.
I've never heard a good word said about these.
They were cheap. I mean, they were what the Neo is today, really, at the time. They were the accessible Macs, weren't they?
16?
Yeah.
Okay. HyperCard.
What's that?
What?
Was that something for a Power Mac or a Mac Pro or something?
No, it was on the Macintosh.
Okay.
What was it?
30.
You're going to put it on 30? It was the software development kit for the Macintosh. It allowed people to make the apps for them.
I'm looking at it. The pictures are quite cool, but I still don't know what it is.
It just allowed you to make apps.
Okay. I'm guessing it's important to the people who know about it, but like to someone like me, this could not matter any less.
Oh, hang on. No, I've read it wrong. It's a file database with a graphical, flexible user modify a little bit. Okay, yeah, no, I don't fully know it. I think the fact that we don't know it is definitely affecting our opinion of it.
Yeah.
But it does sound like it was quite important at the time to even be on this list.
You could put it quite low, but with an asterisk next to it.
Let's say 22.
30. Okay,
You
22.
You want to put it in 30?
Let's go, 22. I'm good.
22. Okay. The original iPod Mini.
With a blue screen. 4 gig.
Based on the fact we talk so much about iPods,
Yeah.
is it one that deserves to be in that top 10?
No.
It's not as important as the iPhone or the iPad, but it is very important still.
Yeah, but the iPod brand was already there and it was already massive. That just made it more accessible. It spread like wildfire after that, but it wasn't as important, I don't think. Let's go 15 or under.
Yeah, I'd say just outside of the top 10, yeah.
Okay. 13?
Cool.
PowerBook 500 series. I don't know it very well.
I never had a PowerBook.
We'll put that low then, because we don't know it very well.
That looks very of its time.
Oh, no, never. That was before my time. This was a 90s PowerBook, wasn't it?
It's quite ugly for an Apple product.
Yeah, but that was when Steve Jobs wasn't there when these ones came out. And Johnny Ive was not in power.
Let's say 26. Although actually, because we haven't got that much left on the list, maybe put that in the 30?
For now, yeah, I think this could belong in 30 because it's just an ugly design.
I think when people that I know, and I guess it's an age thing because the generation above already knew, but it was the PowerBook G4 when people started noticing Mac laptops for me, the silver one.
Okay. iPod, 4th gen with click wheel.
That's the 30 gig one that everyone used to get, the slimmer one, and they had the black and the white. Jesus, that was amazing. But again, same as the Nano or the Mini. It was kind of an iteration of something that was already established.
Yeah, it was nice though. Is 17 free?
17 is free, yeah. We'll put 17. Then we've got the iMac G5.
Oh, we spoke about this already. Okay. The white one.
Yeah.
What a product. Had front row. You like front row?
Mm.
It was students, every student bought that at the time because it was $17.99 if I remember correctly. And that was kind of like in line with what you got for your student grant.
I kind of feel like putting it where QuickTime is.
That's a big chin.
Oh, no. Maybe with HyperCard. Swap it with HyperCard, which is at 22, and put HyperCard lower.
Oh, look how many ports it has on the back.
I've probably got a photograph. Let me have a look on my NAS of me like working on the G5 when they first came out and just thinking I was...
I mean, that I do miss about the old Apple products. They used to have so many ports.
Yeah.
I don't find it bothers me that much.
I mean, yeah, it's quite easy to just get like an extension, but like I liked it being on the product.
Yeah. So
Try to figure out where the HyperCard goes now that I've removed it. Say 26 then. Then we've got AirDrop.
ooh, top 10.
This is a big one.
Top 10? You want to use that final top 10 spot for...
Oh, we can't see the list, so there's only one left. Okay. Top 20.
Yeah, top 20, definitely.
We used 14, because I feel like that's a good spot. It doesn't look like we've used 14. What about putting it there?
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's good.
And then we've got my favorite iPhone, because I might be slightly biased, the iPhone 5S.
I think my mum still has one of these.
Wow.
I know many people who still have them.
I'll let you guys rank it then. I never had it, so.
I want it to take that final top 10 spot.
It was a nice-ish phone, but like I don't really have anything to say about it. I don't think I'd even put it in top 10.
Aw, I want to... The only spot that's left actually is one. I've just noticed that. So it would be the best product.
Yeah, it's definitely not the best product.
Swap it with the Power Mac. Put it at 11.
What did the S bring that the 5 didn't then? What was so special about that? Because I had the 5, and that was like the taller version of the 4S. So what was that one?
I think it brought the touch... No, that might have been... Hang on. Now I've got to double check.
Touch ID came on the 4th.
No, it didn't. I've got both the 4 and the 4S, and neither of them have got Touch ID.
Oh, so it came on the 5, did it?
Yeah, I believe it came on the 5 or 5S.
Oh, 4 bought the Force Touch button, didn't it?
Yeah. I just have so many fond memories of using this phone. It was my longest lasting iPhone.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, it's nice, but like, yeah, I don't know if it's...
It was the last one that had Steve Jobs involved with it.
Okay.
I don't think it's bringing that much to the table.
Oh.
Sorry, Mac.
Yeah,
I feel like a really harsh studio rejecting some inspiring young artist idea.
yeah. The 5 did not have Touch ID, and the 5S did bring Touch ID, better camera, and a slightly better chip.
Okay.
I lose, don't I? Can I put it in 11 at least?
Okay.
I'm happy wherever because I never had it. So I've always thought S models were a bit boring, to be honest.
I think every single model I owned was an S model for a bit. Got to change where the Power Mac now goes though. Actually, I'll just leave it blank for now, and we'll just put it wherever spot is left. Because the last one is the one I think is going to win that final spot. The original iPod.
What's the last spot left?
First.
Oh, we're going to put iPod in number 1.
I think that's all we got left.
Wow. Okay.
When did the original iPod come out?
2000? 2001? 2001 I'm willing to gamble on, but you'd have to check.
Yeah, 2001.
I think that's the only spot we can give it.
It was a pretty great product.
It redefined the brand. As much as you had the fancy blue iMac and those kind of things, it really redefined the band as a brand, as a youth brand. It went from being a tech kind of in the know type geeky brand to being a cool brand. The iPod really done that. The adverts, the branding, the product placement they had in TV and stuff like that.
And in a way, it was like a precursor to what the iPhone and it was going to be, I guess.
Absolutely. I don't think anybody could argue with that.
Top 5, definitely. I guess it does go in number 1.
Right, the final one, I believe, I'm going to double check because the numbers aren't fitting up quite right, is the iPod Touch.
I just thought that was for your little brother who couldn't afford an iPhone.
I don't think, it's not really worth mentioning, is it?
It was my first touchscreen product. I had it before the iPad or anything like that.
Wow. Flappy Bird?
Yeah.
Classic.
It's got to be quite low, though.
What's left? What's the spot that's left?
That's what I'm trying to find out. I'm using Notion AI to fix my mistakes.
It's funny that iTunes was on there, but the App Store wasn't, because the App Store, I would argue, is as important and as popular as the iTunes software.
Yeah, I just don't think that the App Store deserves it.
I remember Cydia. Do you remember Cydia before the App Store?
No.
So when I had the iPod, the Apple iPhone original, like I said, I got it imported from the States, and there wasn't an App Store at that time. So that you could jailbreak it really easily and then put Cydia on, which was the first App Store, and you can get loads of different apps on. And then Apple paid attention to that, and a couple of years later made their own App Store, which was just like Cydia, really. But they refused. They weren't going to do it before Cydia. So Cydia kind of forced Apple's hand and forced them to make billions every year.
So we have got a spot 3 in the top 10. We don't have a 6.
You don't have a 6. But I don't think I'd put it anywhere near the top 10.
Which one is it? The iPod Touch? No, it can't be top 10. Can't be top 10. What's outside of 10 that could go for 6 instead, and we could swap?
Outside of 10 is the iPhone 5S, the Final Cut Pro, the original iPod Mini.
You could move everything down one and then put it at like 20 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Does AI do that?
Okay, no, I'm going to do that. Hey, that means the iPhone 5S gets in 10.
Yeah,
Damn it.
Everyone's a winner.
Wait, where did you want the iPod Touch to go?
I just said 20 as a random one, but I think that's pretty fitting.
Can we put it in 14? That means a lot less work for me.
Yeah, sure. Why not? What's in 15?
15 is the original AirPods.
I mean, I don't care about the AirPods, so yeah, that's fine.
The only thing we seem to have left, I think... Oh, no, we have a duplicate. This is what happens when I'm in charge of doing stuff. The Slim Unibody iMac is under 17, and the iPod with a click wheel is also 17. One of those has to be 17, and the other one will have to go as either 20 or 21.
Put the Unibody iMac to the 20s. Get out of here.
I'm going to give it the 20th position, and I'm going to put the iMac G3, the really weird neck one, as 21. That should be the list completed.
All right. Read it back to us then.
Quickly. I'm fed up with Apple now.
Well, I have bad news for you.
You're going to love the quiz.
So, in first place, we've got the original iPod, the original iPhone as second, the original Macintosh as third. Then we've got the M4 chip as fourth, Bondi Blue iMac as fifth, the iPhone 4 as sixth, the original iPad as seventh, iTunes 8th, Apple Pay 9th, iPhone 5S as 10, Final Cut Pro as 11, original iPod Mini is 12, AirDrop 13, and original iPod Touch 14, original AirPods 15. I don't feel like I have to read any of the rest of the list. I think we're fine with that, right?
Yeah, that's not a bad list. We've done well.
I think that's a pretty good top 15, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
based on the fact that we didn't know some of it as well. Okay, let's quickly jump on then, because we are running out of time, to the Jonas Mac quiz. Not a quiz about me. I meant to say Apple quiz. Here we go.
So, yeah, I've got 7 questions, I think.
Okay.
And the first one is a sort of personal question from me, because this has plagued me every time I've edited an episode. And you've probably told me what these are before.
Okay.
You each get a chance to, explain this, and whoever explains it better will get a point.
Okay.
So, the question is, what the hell is a bezel?
What the hell is a bezel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mac, go for it.
Oh, that's cheating. It's just the black edging around the side of a display to make sure that it's kind of a transition between the actual design of the thing, or the thing that's holding it down, the screen, and the actual screen itself. You need to leave a little bit of space. More and more in the present day, we've developed better technology that means the bezel can be smaller, and that's probably why it's been mentioned so many times.
That makes so much sense. I was so confused about it. I never looked it up.
Your turn.
I think I would say pretty much the same. It's the case around, so it's the outer ring which of the screen, which is normally black but can be any color. And as products get better and technology gets better, they're becoming thinner and thinner.
Yeah, I've got to give the point to Mac. That was a pretty concise explanation.
Yeah, you done well done, Mac.
1 point to me.
Question 2 is what did Apple TV do at Grand Central Station to promote the second series of Severance?
You go
We
first.
spoke about this. No, go on, Mac. You got it.
They made a glass dome not dome, but glass square that they just worked in and pretended to be inside of the silo until they stepped out, and immediately they would be back to their normal self.
There's a word for that, isn't there? Something theatre. I can't remember what it is.
Are you going to win on technicality?
No, I don't know the word, so I won't. But yes, Matt got it right.
Yeah, I really love Severance, by the way.
Really good series.
Yeah.
Okay, well done, Mac. Question 3 is Time Magazine 2007. What was their invention of the year?
2007.
The iPhone.
Yeah.
Eli got it?
Damn it. That seemed like an easy one to get.
Yeah.
I know, I thought it was a trick question at first. I was thinking, what else did they... Was it the Magic Mouse?
Oh, God, if it's a magic mouse. Question 4. SRI International invented a technology that was initially available as a third-party app for iPhone, but was later acquired by Apple. What was this technology, and for a bonus point, what does its name mean?
Siri?
Yes.
Oh, I just activated my blooming phone.
No. Damn it.
I didn't know Siri was an acronym. I just thought it was a...
No, it's not an accurate acronym. It's like it has a meaning, which was mentioned when I was like researching this. It's pretty weird.
I don't know the meaning. I did know that first bit. I should have remembered that.
Is it like... It reminds me of the word serene, which means peaceful. Does it mean kind of like hanging around and available or something like that?
No. Do you want to know what it means?
Yeah.
It means beautiful woman who leads you to victory. Apparently.
And she's right in my pocket. Cool.
Yeah.
That is a very odd... yeah, right, okay.
I mean, who knows? Maybe that's just researchers reading too much into it, but that's what I got.
That makes even less sense now.
Yeah.
How we use it with AI and stuff like that. Okay.
Question 5 is, in 1986, what was the Apple collection?
The Apple collection?
Was it...
I feel like...
You're both level on points, by the way.
I'm listening to a book right now about Apple, which is probably kind of cheating, but when I think about it, from David Poe. I swear he's just talked about this. It's not devices, is it?
No, it's not.
No.
Is it like an album, like a music album, where they put together their top music for the year or something?
I think it's a collection of people.
It's not. It's not people or music. No.
Movies?
No, not movies. Does anyone want to have?
I'm just guessing now.
You can each have like one last guess if you want.
Oh, is it photos? Is it posters and photos and stuff?
No.
Fonts, typefaces.
No.
Oh,
Believe it or not, it was a clothing line.
What?
So
Never would have got that.
no one gets the points for that. Yeah, it's pretty weird.
That's cool.
But yeah, they had a clothing line in 1986.
Did they?
And
Oh,
yeah, look it up.
I want that.
They need to do a 30-year anniversary of that one. 40-year anniversary, sorry. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, they should. I bet Mac would actually... I mean, I bet he'd hate it if it didn't say Apple, but I bet he'd like it because it says Apple.
I'm currently on a bid to buy the new 50th anniversary Apple merch they gave only out to staff. So yeah, I'd buy that stuff.
Okay, question 6 is, how much did the Apple I computer cost?
Oh, so what?
They were handmade, right?
I want to say around 500 to 600 because it didn't have a casing on them. They just had the board, right?
It was a very specific number, and this is in dollars.
No. Oh, can I say again? I know
Yes, you can say again.
666.
It's 666 and 66 pence, or cents.
That is just strange.
Apparently it's because Steve Wozniak just liked repeating digits.
He loves recurring numbers. He doesn't...
Yeah.
They picked 777 or 555. Like, that was a bit weird.
No,
Yeah, it picks the number of the devil.
they never even thought about the devil when they were doing it.
Right, so this question at the end was sort of meant to be a tiebreaker if you were like...
Deadlocked.
level on points. And you both will know this, so it's sort of just who says it quicker. But what is often abbreviated as FN?
Functions.
Yep.
Did I say that first?
For me, Max said it first, but that might just have been a delay.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I feel like I said it first, but I forget about the delays. We'll give it to Mac. Mac is the champ.
I can't...
Well
He's the
done,
Apple
Mac.
man.
Second episode I've
I
won.
thought that'd be an appropriate last question.
The problem is I said it with a question on it because it confused me. Because it was like, I designed the cover. It says FN on the cover. Anyway, right, so that's it, right?
That's the quiz,
Yeah.
yeah. You both did quite well, other than the clothing line. I thought one of you would have definitely have known about that.
The clothing line, no idea.
Sorry, my fashion sense wasn't that great back in 1986. But didn't know about that one.
Mine's still not great. So that's the end, and the end of the week of the launch week of functions. No, Wonky. There we go. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you enjoyed the special quiz we had and all the Apple related stuff as well. And don't forget to head over to wonkypod.com to follow all of the Wonky stuff. Anyway, that's it. See you next one.